Hey, what up, boxing fans? This is the Rope and Dope Report. I'm your host, Chris Carlson, and I didn't really do an after the fight for the Mayweather-Marquez just because there wasn't much to talk about. I mean, I did an after the fight, but it was just I was really drunk. You know, one of those things where you're like, yeah, I'm going to do a couple videos after, but then the fight just becomes so one-sided, there's really no point, so I just kind of did a video of the Floyd entrance randomly. But yeah, anyway, that fight's done. He's back now. He got the rust off. You could see his offense. He was having some problems putting his 1-2 together. He was having some problems throwing the right hand, timing-wise and ducking. But, you know, 22 months off, he looked pretty good. Anyway, the undercard, Rocky Juarez, just a tough fight for him, you know. It's kind of frustrating being a fan of him. Chris John outboxed him. Enough said. Chris John is actually going to... You know, he should stay in the States and fight because with Rafael Marquez, Vasquez coming up, Gamboa, you know, there's Luevano, Santiago, they're the featherweight division, and maybe Lopez's and Caballero, my fault. If those guys come up, it's going to be a deep division. So there's plenty of time to get his name down and really put a nice career together. Katsidas did look good against Escobedo, so that might be a nice comeback fight for Juan Manuel Marquez after this fight. Anyway, I want to talk about Mayweather's next opponent. Now, Mosley. This isn't who I want or this or that or whatever it is. This is just basically a factual look at when you're dealing with making a deal of what can happen and what are the best scenario for his next opponent, okay? And I know people would be like, you know, Ivan Calderon or you know, they're going to make jokes and all that, Valero, you know, somebody, okay? But let's just talk about the winner of Pacquiao-Cotto. Now, if Pacquiao wins, there's going to be a problem, okay? Because Bob Arum, we all know Bob Arum, top-ranked promoter. A couple years ago, when I believe when Manny became a free agent or was about to become a free agent, off Top Rank, he signed a deal with Top Rank again, but then got on a plane and talked with Golden Boy, and they actually signed. So he signed with both companies. Well, they made a deal, and the deal is Pacquiao, anytime Pacquiao fights, his purse, what he gets for the fight, Oscar De La Hoya, Golden Boy Promotions, gets a certain percentage of that, okay? So if you look at that, Pacquiao versus Mayweather, you got Bob Arum that needs to split half, at least half, because don't forget about Mayweather Promotions, okay? That'll be two big fights that his promotion company will be in with the Hatton and now this fight. So he could come in there a little bit, you never know. But let's just say straight up Golden Boy Top Rank. Well, Bob Arum already has to split with that. But then he has to split the purse where he's getting the money from, a lot of it, anyway, obviously the revenue in the end, but, you know, out of Pacquiao, he's got to give a little to Golden Boy. So now does he have to split it halfway? At least halfway. Then Golden Boy gets a little money. And not only that, but Mayweather and Bob Arum, they've had, you know, issues because he was his old promoter. He still owes him money. They've been tied up in lawsuits for a while, so who knows about that, okay? That's the fight everybody wants to see. A lot of people want to see. Cotto. Now, I do believe since Cotto just took a deal with Pacquiao, 65-35, this deal could get done. I think it could get done if he decides to stay with Top Rank. And also, there's some speculation off the Margarito deal that Cotto did not like how that went down, and I don't blame him. But there's some speculation that Cotto and Oscar De La Hoya went golfing. Just, you know, nice round of golf, just hanging out, having a couple beers, maybe shooting a couple shots, and I mean golf shots. Just hanging out, talking about basically going to Golden Boy, and then that's what it was about. And so I wouldn't doubt it, and that's part of the reason why I think Cotto got thrown in there with Pacquiao. One last money grab from Bob Arum. Either way, because it sounds like Cotto's moving, and I'd assume that he's going to go with Golden Boy, and then the deal will get done. But either way, I think the fact that he already took the 65-35, let me see the time, 65-35 in this last fight, I think they can get that deal done. Now, Mosley and Mayweather can definitely get done. They're under the same Golden Boy. They can work with the same promotional company, and that way Floyd actually, because he would get the least amount of money in that fight, Pacquiao or Cotto would definitely give him more upfront money and probably back end money too on the pay-per-view. But in this situation, he could actually co-promote, which gets him money as a fighter and money as a promoter. So he'll like that. So otherwise, Paul Williams, I think down the line, that would be something. I know a lot of people don't think he'll fight him. If he were to beat Pavlik and then fight a couple more times. In the meantime, the Goosen, because a lot of people are saying I want to see him fight Paul Williams. I'm not saying if he's gonna or not or whatever, okay? I'm saying with Goosen, he's done business with Goosen, and he could also co-promote in that situation. So I think that deal could get done. Not to say it's going to, okay? I know that. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying what could get done. So let me know what you guys think about who you want to see. Personally, the thing is with me is I'm hearing a lot of Mosley lately, and he's definitely should be right there. They've had their problems as far as, you know, back in the late 90s, Floyd wanted to fight, but, you know, Shane went up and fought Oscar, you know, chasing the big money fights, and Shane for a while, you know, there was no money in Mayweather, and now that he is Money Mayweather, now he wants to fight. So I think he's definitely, you know, right there. But for those who think, let's say Cotto wins, Cotto did beat Mosley, so he would be in line too, and Pacquiao's in line too. So either way, as long as it's those three, you know, I think it's a worthy opponent. And I just want to know what you guys think. Anyway, this has been the Rope and Dope Report. I'm your host, Chris Carlson. Peace.